Sorry.
What's up, everybody? It is 12:10 Sunday morning now in the East Coast. It's you know who I am. It's good to be back on screen. And my man over here, man,
What's
just go ahead
going
and
on?
how you doing, brother?
What's going on, Corey? What a Triplemania, bro.
Yeah,
I
show
mean,
was great. I had a good time watching it.
I mean, well, let's say hello to Zach. Zach, what's going on, brother? Thanks for tuning in on this Sunday morning, should we say? Yeah, it started out with such a bang with the battle royal. Seeing Omos come out, seeing Otis come out, I thought just everyone was given the opportunity to put on a show.
Yeah,
And
we'll get right into it. I
yeah,
absolutely enjoyed it. I'm getting a lot of feedback from people on my post about first time watchers of AAA stuff, and they enjoyed it. It was AAA with the WWE twist to it. I can tell you that right now. There was definitely WWE filled into this AAA show, but it was a good one. It was a good one. I'm not gonna sit here and say I didn't enjoy it, because I did. I definitely enjoyed it. A lot happened in this show. We'll get into it. You just talked about it. The first thing, let's see. Give me 1 sec. I'm posting all the different stuff. Yeah, the first thing was the Copa. Copa Bardal was the first thing that kicked off the show after we got done with the beginning, the traditional AAA intro and singing. Excuse me, of the anthem. They showed the commentary teams, the Spanish commentary team and the English commentary team. Corey Graves, JBL, and Conan on commentary for the English, and then you had the normal commentary team for the Spanish commentary team. So we go right into Copa Bardal. The first person to come out is La Parca, the new La Parca that they've introduced, and we don't get Thriller. No Thriller with La Parca. They're not paying the money to go and get that, but we do get a very nice presentation from the new La Parca and his entrance heading to the ring. He's entry one into this match. Then you got Laredo Kid, who has been seen on Worlds Collide. You saw him. He's been on TNA, and he's in AAA. You've seen him there. Believe he's there. The cruiserweight champ right now. If I'm not mistaken, he's their the world cruiserweight champion. Yeah, he is. He is. And those are your first two entrants into the Copa Bardal. Go ahead. It's basically the AAA version of the Royal Rumble with a spin on it, where it's not just over the top rope. You can also eliminate somebody by pinfall or submission, which we saw. We definitely saw some of that in this match. So we'll talk about the entrance. I don't have the list of eliminations because when they happen so quick that I couldn't really get them. So the next entrant we had was Joaquin Wilde from the LWO. He was entry 3. Abismo Negro Jr. was entry 4 into it. We had Tars, entry 5. A lot of people was like, "Is that the Beast Mortos?"
Dude, for a split second, I was like, "Holy shit, what's going on here?"
The Beast Mortos, for people who don't know, the Beast Mortos was in AAA as Black Taurus. and he couldn't keep the name when he left the company. It was a AAA owned name, so that's how he started going by the Beast Mortos. It's pretty much the same exact thing. This is a new person playing the gimmick now. They do it all the time with when people depart. You see it all the time over there. When people will depart, they'll have new people take over the gimmicks. Like I said, La Parka, we got a new La Parka now, and quite a few new people. Then you had Starr, who we've seen. We've seen Starr. He's in Lucha Underground, also in AAA. We've seen him all over the place too. Entry 6. Mecha Wolf was entry 7. Talking about Mecha Wolf. Talking about him being a musician and stuff like that. Conan was really hyping him up. Was hyping up Mecha Wolf. Talking about being a Puerto Rican. He was hyping him up. Cruz del Toro from the LWO was entry 8 into the Copa Bar Dog. Entry 9 was a big surprise. A big surprise to a lot of people. Alpha Academy's own Otis. Yeah. Otis was in Copa Bar Dog. What'd you think about that?
I popped. I was not expecting it at all. Once I heard the music, I was like, holy shit. Like, are they about to bring Chad Gable like back out from injury or some shit? And then all of a sudden you just see Otis come down to the ring. And dude, I'll tell you what, JBL had me popping with his commentary tonight. He was so funny. And just the whole commentary team in itself, just Corey Graves, JBL, Conan, I thought they were great together. But yeah, Otis, what a shock. I was not expecting Otis.
Otis coming out got a major pop from the crowd. They were chanting his name. He looked pretty shocked at getting the pop from the crowd. Yeah, but it must have felt good for him coming back from being on the list of not being able to wrestle for a while. It must have felt good for him to make his return at a show like this, at their WrestleMania, pretty much. Triplemania. So yeah, it was good to see Otis entry 9 into it. And then Pimpinella Escarlata entry 10. Entry 10. The internet got their introduction to Pimpinella. And Pimpinella and Otis in this match.
Oh my god, dude.
It was commentary. Was
it reminded me of like Santina Marella, and like Santina got to meet Otis. You know, it was that was unbelievable. And the crowd wanted everything, dude. The crowd wanted it all.
The Mexican crowds are great. Mexican crowds for professional wrestling are fantastic, and tonight was no different. With the over 19,000 plus that they had in attendance tonight. After Pimpinella came out, Cybernetico came out, entry 11. Number 12, entry 12, Micro Man.
Oh, my God.
Micro Man. I had some people in my comments talk about, I never thought I could see somebody smaller than Hornswoggle with wrestling. I was like, man, you're in for a treat. Micro Man is very over. Micro Man has done some work in MLW. Micro Man is going to sell some merchandise. I can tell you that for a fact. Micro Man is going to sell merchandise for WWE and AAA now. Then we got to entry 13. Entry 13 was somebody that WrestleVotes on WrestleVotes Radio made mention of this past Thursday. They said that this person was being talked about. They said it a few weeks ago, too. They said this person was being talked about creatively, about being used as a special attraction within AAA. And it was none other than the Nigerian giant Omos. Omos Sapiens Rise, your guy is back. Welcome back, Omos. It has been a while since we saw you as the tag team champion in Noah. You've been missing. You came back to WWE to basically do nothing. They said they needed you, and you came back to do nothing. So welcome back, Omos. It was good to see you, my friend. Good to see you.
Dude, I want to just talk about the spot where you had Otis on the ground, and then Microman was still hung up in the top rope, and meanwhile, they were best friends in the ring, and also Microman saw the quick split second. He does the splash, and he gets the 1, 2, 3 to eliminate Otis. Oh my god, dude!
Yeah, let's talk about the stare down or the stare up between Omos and Microman. That is one of the greatest, if not the greatest stare up of all time.
Oh my god.
That is professional wrestling at its finest right there.
It's the best, dude. It literally, like, it wasn't even just that. It's, you start off by seeing Microman tapping Omos on like the calf, it was like his Achilles, it looked like that's how that it was like the size difference was like he was tapping his Achilles, and then Omos turns around, it was like an ant touching him, he doesn't see him, and then you just have the stare up, stare down, and my god, was it was cinema. It was absolute cinema. It was unbelievable.
He was looking like, what the hell, who's touching me, where's this person? And he just happens to look down. The crowd wasn't happy as Omos ends up eliminating Microman in this match, throwing him out the ring. Copa Bardal ended up coming down to the final two of La Parca and Omos. At one point, it looked like La Parca was going to end up pulling out the victory. He even got Omos over the top rope onto the apron. But in the end, the Nigerian giant Omos comes out on top. What did you think about this overall entire Copa Bardal for 2025?
It was awesome, dude. It was the perfect start to Triplemania. It got you into it. I was laughing. I was having a good time watching it. There were spots everywhere that, everyone was able to enjoy. You brought in the WWE aspect. You got a taste of the AAA roster. It was dude, it was an unbelievable start to an unbelievable night. I loved it.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. A lot of people agree the same with you, that it was fun start to the night for the events. They had a lot of, like you said, crossover between WWE and AAA talent. I figured that the people that WWE put the merchandise for on WWE Shop were going to be featured in this match. I figured those were the people that they were going to put in the match, and they did. They ended up using the talent that they made the T-shirts and stuff for. So, but yeah, it was good. It was good, and it was great to see Otis. Great to see Omos after 7 months of being gone for absolutely no reason. So Omos comes out with the win and gets the trophy.
I mean, I'm kind of hoping out of nowhere we see Microman start showing up on, on Raw, and maybe we can get like Microman involved in the Alpha Academy a little bit, like
some
really start selling those shirts.
Have dual contracts right now, so you could see some of them pop up sometime. Like you saw Mysterio Iguana and Psycho Clown pop up on SmackDown a few weeks ago before SummerSlam. So some of these talents do have dual contracts at the moment, so they can pop up on television and make good TV when needed.
Sign me up, dude. Sign me up for more Microman. Honestly, I'm here for it.
Yeah, he's a draw. He's a draw. He's just such a little guy. Yeah. So then we go from that. We get an interview from Chuy Martinez with Dragon Lee backstage talking about his prep for the main events and whatnot. And Dragon Lee basically says, tonight is going to be my night. I'm going to become the AAA Mega Champion. And we come back. They show some people in the crowd. They show the head figures from AAA and WWE. P-Pay Punk is there. And Dr. Wagner Jr. were shown in the crowd. Then speaking of Dr. Wagner Jr., here the next match, his son, here comes El Hijo de Dr. Wagner Jr. coming out, badass. And you got the current AAA Latin American champion, El Macias. Some people, if you've watched Lucha Underground or AAA in the past, or if you've watched TNA, you've probably recognized this guy in some sort of fashion. Judas Macias. I saw him in TNA as Judas Macias. Mil Muertes in Lucha Underground. Ricky Banderas, and of course El Macias. So he's going into this match as the AAA Latin American champion. You got El Hijo de Dr. Wagner Jr. against El Macias for the AAA Latin American Championship. This match had some stuff go on in this match too. Had some shenanigans on the outside, some interference.
Mm-hmm.
But now you had Dr. Wagner Jr. get involved. In the end, we have a new AAA Latin American champion, El Hijo de Dr. Wagner Jr. His first championship in AAA since he signed with the company. Good for him. Great moments in front of his father and in front of the crowd there at Triplemania. What do you think of this match? What do you think of it?
It was another great match. I love the aspect of getting Dr. Wagner Jr. involved, hopping over, getting into the match, taking down Roldan, and then just having his son win his first title in AAA. I was like, oh my God, this show's not going to miss. This show is just on fire, and they're here to prove a point. You know, I thought El Macias and El Hijo de Dr. Wagner Jr. both look great. It was a solid match. I love the ending. I love the celebration in the ring with father and son. I'm always a sucker for that. Obviously, we'll get into it, but we saw another father and son have a little conversation, should we say?
Interaction.
An interaction, yeah. So we'll get into that. But yeah, another solid match, man, and it's perfect. Just like you said, for the non AAA fans that haven't really watched AAA, to get involved and to notice and to be able to get a glimpse and an introduction into a lot of their performers is huge. And I thought the show did a tremendous job of doing that.
100%. The introducing, if you've never watched the AAA show and stuff like that, the video packages, they had the video packages before the matches. Hey, Jace. So they had the video packages at least introducing you to these people and what the stories were going into these matches. So like you said, it was a good feel-good moment for him to win the Latin American Championship in front of his dad against somebody who had previously faced his father. So it's good to see that. Then Chuy Martinez gets an interview with the entire Judgment Day backstage, as Judgment Day is preparing for what they've got going on tonight. You see this, and you see WWE Hall of Famer Rey Mysterio walk up and interrupt this little segment that they've got going on. And pretty much he says to Judgment Day, the majority of them, you can't speak Spanish. So he starts talking in Spanish to Dominik, and they start going back and forth. And Dominik is basically going to say, I am going to do something that you could never do. I'm going to be the Mysterio that holds the AAA Mega Championship tonight. and they bicker as Rey Mysterio walks off. That leads us into the 6-person mixed tag match. First, we have Lola Vice come out in the green. Look great on her. Green is her color, 100%. And there's reasons why she wore green, obviously. We'll talk about it. Then you had Nino Hamburguesa come out, and the crowd loves some of him. He's a great talent. He's a great talent. If this was people's first time seeing him compete, you see that he's somebody that's special in ring, especially for his size. He's a great talent. And he had Mr. Iguana and Layeska come out. Here we go. They come out, do the entrance. He's over. Layeska over. Then of course you got the Judgment Day, the rulers of the world. So this 6-person tag match, a lot of interesting spots in this match. Very fun, creative, funny. I'd say you had spots. You had JD McDonough do a spin around and shake his ass towards Lola Vice. You had a spot with Mr. Iguana and Finn Balor in the ring where Finn Balor revealed Demonito.
The $100 Demonito.
Yeah, WWE Shop didn't waste any time putting Demonito up. They didn't waste any time. You had Dimonito versus Layeska. Dimonito ate Layeska, and so rest in peace. I don't know what happened there. You had a spot with Nino Hamburguesa and Finn Balor. He gave him a hamburger.
A
And
hamburger.
Finn Balor
He ate
took
it.
a bite of the hamburger. Yeah, he got him some carbs finally in his life. He ate him a ham. He took a bite of it and then got hit with the drop kick. Got hit with a drop kick. But in the end, the Judgment Day pulled off the win. Raquel pins Lola Vice.
What another fun match. Yeah, what another fun match. Now we're 3 for 3, and now at this moment I'm thinking, oh my god, AAA is just gonna pitch a perfect game here. Like holy crap! Like there's just the different moments, like Dimonito, like the reveal of Dimonito and Mr. Iguana and Layeska both like doing the like confused, like kind of scared, like look on their face. It was another great match. I love that JD McDonough couldn't knock over La Hamburguesa, so they had to get a quick drink, get that protein shake in. It was like MJ's secret drink from fucking Space Jam. It was like from Space Jam or something, It was another fun match. That's the best way I could describe it. It was just fun. And the Judgment Day come out on top. You have Raquel, who's really, been on a heater. She's kind of been using that Rhea Ripley pin. And I don't know, I can see down the line, we can possibly see something between those two. Yeah.
We've seen something between the two of them multiple times already on the main roster. We don't need to revisit that for some time. We just saw them have a no DQ match in Saudi Arabia. We don't need to revisit that for a little bit. But like you said, Raquel's been doing some great work. I've really enjoyed her work in the tag scene lately. Even in the singles, when she has singles matches, she's been doing incredible work. Vastly improved. She took Kevin Nash's words to heart, and you could tell. But it was another very, very entertaining match, like you said, with the Judgment Day coming out on top. Then we go into this. The next match is the AAA World Tag Team Championship match, the street fight between current AAA World Tag Team Champions Angel and Berto, also known as Los Garza, against Pagano and Psycho Clown. What a match this was. Another incredible match that we saw here. A lot of spots. Lots of tables used in this match. Some chairs. Some barbed wire. Some spots that make you go, holy shit, I think that person's dead. Well, at the end, we have brand new AAA World Tag Team Champions, Pagano and Psycho Clown. Pagano uses that barbed wire, wraps it, and they get the win. What did you think of this street fight? What did you think of this tag team championship match?
So if any of the listeners listen to the 10 count with myself and Ty, we were discussing Triplemania, and we thought at first you could not take the titles off of Los Garzas yet. I just felt like it was too soon. They had the one title defense on SmackDown. But then as you're watching Triplemania, you're noticing who's winning these matches prior. You had Omos, win the Battle Royal. Then you have the Judgment Day win the mixed 6-man tag. So now I'm like, oh no, like I feel like they got to give some sort of victory back to the original AAA roster. And here it is, here was the moment. It was a great match. I thought, Los Garzas, they've really shown out, and they're showing what they can do when given the time. And, you have Psycho Clown and you have Pagano, like you had mentioned, both now with that second contract where they can go back and forth. You saw the sick mask on Psycho Clown. I love the WWE on one side and the AAA logo on the other side. Sick mask.
He's been doing that, and it's incredible. It's they're very creative.
It's a
very creative
mask.
there.
And once again, another solid match. And it's just a lot of cleanup for the people that had to clean up all the tables and all the chairs and everything else that was used in that match.
Yeah, they used that time, but it was I really enjoyed it. I had a great time watching that street fight. They beat the living shit out of each other. Los Garza are two very very underrated talents. I'm glad that they're getting some run in AAA, but bringing the tag team championships back to AAA talents, Pagano and Psycho Clown is the right move. Maybe with the tag team division now on SmackDown moving the way that it is, so many good tag teams there. Add Los Garza to the mix again. They're getting their run in AAA is far from over. I think they're going to continue working. WWE is going to keep integrating their talent into AAA, but I think we should see Los Garza more on SmackDown moving forward now that they've officially dropped the AAA World Tag Team Championships.
Yeah, no, I mean, add them into the already stacked tag division that is SmackDown. I mean, at this point, I'm begging them to move some tag teams over to Raw because I need more. Yeah, I need more tag teams on Raw because the Raw tag team division is.
We'll talk about Raw tag teams later on in this show. Because there was a few that popped up later on in this show. We'll talk about them and how they're being utilized currently right now. But yeah, I think Raw's tag team division definitely needs a reboost of some sort, a rebuild. The entire it needs a shuffling, and I don't know what's going on right now when it comes to draft, no draft. We're just seeing talent being moved from show to show at the moment. So we'll see what happens. But like I said, that was a great tag team championship match. You had Vero Rodriguez do an interview with the AAA Mega Champion, El Hijo del Vikingo, backstage. Pretty much states that he's going to keep his championship. That's what happened there. You mentioned that the people had to clean up the ring. That's what they did in that time. And then out comes Rey Mysterio. Rey Mysterio comes out to induct Konnan into the AAA Hall of Fame. They go through Konnan's history, the influence that Konnan has had on the business for 30 plus years, everything that he's done. Him and Rey Mysterio being family. Konnan gets emotional talking about it. You have Konnan going after the fans a little bit in good fun because the fans are coming after him. So he dishes what they're giving him. And then it's official. Konnan goes into the AAA Hall of Fame. Congratulations to him. He said that he's looking forward to seeing what's going to happen here with WWE and AAA in the next year and the next 5 years. So I'm also very interested to see where they go from here because they're putting together a team, a very good creative team when it comes to the mixture of WWE and AAA personnel running the shows. So I'm interested to see where they could be a year from now as well.
Yeah, if it's anything like tonight, dude, it's going to be awesome, and I have zero concerns. It was just unreal, and hey, Konnan can still clap back at someone if someone's talking over him or if someone's trying to disrespect Konnan. Don't do it to Konnan because Konnan still doesn't have a filter, and Konnan will go at you. So. And I just wanted to. I know you and I had discussed a little bit, and it was a big thing on the internet that we saw. There was a lot of chants for a certain someone, and obviously it's making waves throughout X. So I don't know if you just want to touch up on what Rey Mysterio said about the whole Alberto chants.
It was Rey was just trying to get the crowd back to paying homage to Konnan. It was in sarcasm to get him to shut up, pretty much, because he's trying to honor his friend. He's trying to honor him, and they're here chanting Alberto. It's something that doesn't sit right with majority of the fans. We'll get into it a little bit more too later on when we talk about the main event. But him saying that was just to quiet them for a little bit, quiet them, and let him honor Conan as he should.
Right.
Then we got a backstage interview, I guess you could say. Chuy Martinez interviewed El Grande Americano, a man of very little words, El Grande Americano. But he pretty much said that he's going to be the AAA Mega Champion for his people tonight. And then we get the official announcement of the crowd, the live crowd tonight in Mexico City was 19,691 people in the building for Triplemania 33. It definitely sounded like it. Incredible crowd tonight. They packed the place. It was a lot of fun. So shout out to all of them. Then we're going into the women's three-way match for the Reina de Reinas Championship. Yeah, Fabi Apache. I don't know if we refer to her as Natty Neidhart or Natalya. I don't know. She came out with her Natty Neidhart presentation, but her Natalya music and her Natalya graphic and everything, she came out as the low-key legend tonight. So I'm guessing that was Natty Neidhart, but they advertised her as Natalya. So
I feel like we're getting there. I've been saying on X for a little bit after watching what Natty's been doing in Bloodsport and wherever else she's been. Natty, the low-key legend Natty. That's what I want. I want that badass Natty. And tonight was a tease because technically it is like, it's pretty much WWE. You have Hunter back there, you have Sean back there, so like they're back there and they're watching this. So yeah, you see Natalya on the Tron and you see Natalya here, but she was wearing the Natty gear. She was wearing, she had the mouth guard in. She was ready to be Natty, and she tweeted afterwards like, "I need to be Natty," and I hope that this is a turn.
I think eventually they're gonna let her tap into the Natty side on WWE TV. I think their focus right now when it comes to the WWE side is to have her try and get Maxine over a little bit with the Dungeon Dolls. I think they're trying to have them get over a little bit before they tap into Natty Neidhart, because I don't know if Natty Neidhart would really work alongside this peppy Maxine Dupree that we have at the moment. Maxine Dupree would have to undergo a personality change as well for Natty Neidhart to work in the Dungeon Dolls at the moment. So we'll see what happens there. But yeah, the presentation was 100% Natty Neidhart, the way she was working in the ring. What happened after the match, which also included the current AAA Reina de Reinas champion, Lady Flammer. Okay match. Wasn't the best, wasn't the worst. And if you watch AAA, you'd understand why the referee's a stooge. Referee is a heel referee, the stooge. A lot of people were questioning, like, why is that referee doing this? What's going on here? If you watch AAA, you'll be able to understand that he's a bad referee. He's a bad guy. So Lady Flammer walks out still the AAA Reina de Reinas champion. What did you think overall about this match?
Wasn't the best of the night, but I thought the best thing about the match was we got to see Natty. We, like I said just earlier, we got to see the Natty character in this light and in this scene, which is a step in the right direction. For a lot of people, like you just said, that don't know AAA, Suspenders referee, not a great guy and not a good ref. So, I had two people text me like, what the hell is going on in this match? Is very fluky. I was like, well, yeah, you could blame Suspenders. And that's it. And I think the key that comes out of this match is what happened at the end, where you still had Natty still going at it. She was still being Natty. Maybe that leads to another match in AAA for Natty. I would assume that. But overall,
She's gonna be involved. She's gonna be involved, 100%. She'll be
Yeah,
involved in it.
yeah, you get to see Natty. She's kind of going wherever she wants with this Natty character, which I love to see. She's exploring a lot of different avenues for WWE, which I love to see. Overall, match wasn't the greatest, a little sloppy, but in the end, I got to see Natty, and that makes me happy.
Yeah, it was like I said, it's a heel referee. It wasn't the best, and it's because what he was doing. So that's what happens on AAA television. If you didn't know, now you know. After the match, we get a announcement. We get a video played with an announcement that we're getting Worlds Collide again. WWE times AAA Worlds Collide once again. Friday, September 12th in Las Vegas. Tickets are on sale soon. Friday this week, tickets will be on sale. The show is at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific, so it's going to be right after SmackDown. Worlds Collide is going to be happening right after SmackDown. It's going to be a late show. If you're on the East Coast, you should get ready to prep to be up to like 12:30 or 1 o'clock like we are right now. It's going to be the exact same thing. Weekend, we're going to have a show. Not sure what to expect here. If we're going to get some main roster utilization also, who we're going to use this time, if it's going to be different talent, if it's going to be the same. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But I'm looking forward to it. There had been rumblings. There was a rumor that Worlds Collide was happening again in September. This is the weekend of the big fight in Vegas, the day before. So they're going to capitalize on the people being in town for that, and they're gonna have a house at the UNLV basketball arena that night.
Viva Las Vegas, baby. You know,
they love Vegas. TKO loves him some Vegas.
Yeah, with TKO, if you don't know where his show is, you know, Vegas odds probably have it being in Vegas with the heavy favorites. But yeah, it should be a show. Like you said, what main roster talent will we see now that, you know, we saw Otis, we saw Omos, we're seeing Natty, you know, we're seeing Dom, we're seeing El Grande Americano. Who else might show up? We have no idea, but goddamn, I look forward to it because these shows are fun. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, absolutely. And right after we get that announcement, we get the main event. Finally, we got the 4-way match for the AAA Mega Championship. El Grande Americano makes his entrance, singing Cielito Lindo, and the crowd is eating it up. The crowd is absolutely eating it up with him. They are singing right alongside him. Whoever's this El Grande Americano guy, major props to him because he is doing one hell of a job. Whoever that may be, nobody knows. Whoever El Grande Americano is, he's doing one hell of a job right now. He's got the crowd, at least in Mexico, in the palm of his hands. That crowd, they love him over there. It's not a funny bit to them. It's real to them, and they really like El Grande Americano.
They like him? No, they love him, dude. They love him. And it's so cool to see just where this character has gone and where, you know, when the character was introduced originally, everyone thought like, all right, this is not the greatest look, you know, like the videos were all AI created. You can see the guys with the 8 fingers in the video, but now you see this character actually in Mexico. And like you said, they love El Grande. And
yeah, they loved him his first appearance, but this one, the over the top with the mariachi band and him singing Cielito Lindo with the entire crowd on his way to the ring. His music is insane reaction that he got. Next, we got Dragon Lee coming out. What an entrance that was. Probably one of my favorite entrances of the entire year in professional wrestling. That was special. A very, very special entrance for him. It looked like he was taking it in. It's been quite a while since he's been in AAA like that. So it looked like he was taking in that entire moment. You could tell it meant something to him. And I really enjoyed that entrance. We got Dirty Dom. Dirty Dom makes his entrance, of course, donning the original, his his dad's uncle's attire, being inspired by it. Mm-hmm. So he comes out, the crowd reacts. Incredible for him. Also, they love him there. If you heard the reaction a few weeks ago when he showed up and took out these guys in the first place, yeah, they love Dominik Mysterio in Mexico also. And then you have the AAA Mega Champion, El Hijo del Vikingo. Oh my God. The heat that he has being the face that runs the place over there. Holy shit. 19,000 people there chanting and booing. Oh my goodness. You saw him making his entrance backstage first. Rey Mysterio talking to him. Saw his father talking to him. Step foot in the arena, and holy fucking shit did they rip him a new asshole. They do not like him. And we touched on it earlier. You mentioned his name a little bit. That is exactly why they do not like him. Not only did he take the championship from said person, but he was the chosen one, shoved into people's face when they didn't want him to be the face of the franchise. So they despise El Hijo del Vikingo in Mexico right now.
I mean, it reminded me of two things. The first thing was John Cena walking into the Hammerstein Ballroom at ECW One Night Stand. The heat for El Vikingo was just that of John Cena. And it also reminds me of when Roman Reigns was being forced down our throats to become world champion.
Two great comparisons right there. Absolutely, two great comparisons to it.
And it's just what happens, you know, the us fans and the fans all around the world, they don't want to be forced a champion. And unfortunately, that's what's going on right now in AAA. And listen, El Vikingo is an incredible talent. He is an incredible performer. He is an incredible wrestler. But what happens
Great worker.
when he's incredible. But when something is forced, the crowd rejects it. And that's unfortunately what's going on.
That's everywhere. That's everywhere.
That's just what's going on.
And this main event had everything that you would think it would have.
Jesus.
It's a typical AAA main event. Let's just say that. If you've never watched AAA main events are typically laid out like this. A lot of chaos, a lot of craziness. You had Judgment Day getting involved, making sure that Dominik could hit the 619 on Dragon Lee. And then you had LWO come out to brawl with Judgment Day on the outside of the ring. You had El Grande Americano Dos y Tres show up, which we talked about the tag team division a little bit ago. El Grande Americano Dos y Tres are obviously New Catch Republic. It's obviously Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate. They've got them working these, which they've never interacted with El Grande Americano character to character. So I don't know how WWE is going to work this. Having 3 El Grande Americanos at the same time. They've never interacted outside of them showing up like this during matches that he's in. But there's never been a real interaction when it comes to El Grande Americano. Uno, dos, y tres. There's never been an interaction. So I don't know how WWE is going to play this off. What is the payoff? What is the build that we're doing here? It's very interesting to me that they decided we're going to have this person wear the original El Grande Americano mask, the original one from the American Made, and then we're going to have these 2 rejects. Dollar Tree version of El Grande Americano mask. It's very, very interesting to me to see what they're going to do moving forward, because this is the second time that El Grande Americano Dos y Tres have been involved in El Grande Americano Uno's match. So we'll see what WWE does on Raw moving forward and in AAA when it comes to the El Grande Los Grande Americanos.
Dude. So on the most recent 10 count podcast, we were discussing it, and Ty actually brought it up. He said, "Do you think you're going to see Grande Americano Dos y Tres?" And I said, "You know what? I don't know, because we really don't know what the hell they're doing. Like,
Yeah,
we don't know what the hell they're all about, and I would like a little bit more backstory to all of this, you know."
no, some
And,
purpose.
yeah,
The
no,
purpose.
and we got it. We got them again. So I am hoping on Raw, or wherever, we just start learning what's going on there, and
I'm
maybe
thinking maybe we're probably gonna have them involved in Worlds Collide. I think we're
yeah.
probably gonna get a match with the three of them against three other people. If I had to guess, because of who they've been going after, probably LWO. They'll probably have them go after LWO. LWO, you'll have Dragon Lee, Joaquin Wilde, and Cruz del Toro face off against El Grande Americano Uno, Dos y Tres. Uh, so yeah, I think that's probably the direction we're gonna end up having for Worlds Collide. But I'm interested to see, now that this match has taken place, since they've been using them on Raw to build up for this match and this show, wondering where we're gonna go moving forward with them. Then after they get involved, looks like Dominik Mysterio, he's using the metal piece in the mask that El Grande Americano loves to use. He put it in his mask. He hit the people with it in the match. He's going after Dragon Lee. Gonna go get Dragon Lee. Looks like he's gonna win the championship, and the referee gets pulled out of the ring by a masked luchador, a very jacked masked luchador in a jacket. And then we come to find out this very jacked masked luchador is none other than the phenomenal AJ Styles. AJ Styles cost Dominik Mysterio the AAA Mega Championship. The crowd loved it. They popped like hell when he took the mask off and his jacket off. They popped. I feel like they wanted to see Dom win, but at the same time, having AJ Styles make an appearance in AAA like that and showing up on their biggest show of the year and continuing a storyline from Monday Night Raw was the correct move. Ooh, excuse me. If you remember, Viper reported on the Patreon that WWE were leaning towards having Dominik Mysterio win this match, with some also pulling for El Grande Americano. Obviously, this didn't end up happening because they furthered some storylines that were going on WWE television. In the end, El Hijo del Vikingo retains the championship. And my, oh my, what a standard AAA main event this was. And what a crazy reaction he got once again after the match, with the crowd erupting in boos. And they show Dominik Mysterio again before the show goes off the air. He's grabbing his ear, listening. He hears. I don't think he's done. Not by a long shot. I don't think Dominik Mysterio's done here. Vikingo might hold his championship a little longer, but I don't think that if WWE and AAA were thinking right and not trying to go the Roman Reigns route, then they would take the title off of him soon, whenever that is. Maybe Worlds Collide. We'll see. But at this point, El Hijo del Vikingo is still the AAA Mega Champion. Chaotic, fun main event. Definitely lived up to what you thought it was going to be from the spots, without the interference and everything. The actual wrestling in the ring was very good. 4 great talents in that ring. Dragon Lee should get more of a showcase. Way too talented to be sitting on the sideline doing nothing, pretty much. I've loved the way that they've been using him recently, though. He's been on TV, showcased. He needs to be on there every week or every other week at least. Don't need him sitting on the sideline. El Grande Americano, another good showing here. Whoever it is under that mask, we will never know, maybe. I don't know. Dominik, what can I say? Dominik is Dominik. I've become a big fan of Dominik Mysterio, really. really enjoying his in-ring work and his character work now. He kept the Liv Dom connection going. He had Liv on the shirt that he had on his waist. Yeah, so keep that going. And of course, Vikingo. El Hijo del Vikingo is incredible in-ring talent. But I think what AAA has to do now, and I say AAA knowing that WWE owns the company now, but I say AAA because they're not changing the name or anything. So what I think AAA needs to do now is just have him feed into the booze. Feed into him. Let him lean into that side. Let El Hijo del Vikingo go into it and be like, you guys want to boo me? Well, screw you. I'm not champion for you. I'm champion for me. This isn't for any of you. This is for me and my family. For me, my father, and my entire family. This is for us. This is not for you. So I don't care. You can boo me all you want. I still have this championship. Let him lean into a healer character. It would work. It would work because these people are not buying him as a babyface at all. The crowd really, really does not like him because of not only are they trying to push him, and this is WWE's influence, obviously. WWE wanted him to be the face when they took over. So not only is WWE's influence there where they want Vikingo as the face, but the elephant in the room was that he beat Alberto Del Rio, Alberto El Patron, whatever you want to call him, who is very beloved in Mexico. The people truly, truly love him. A few weeks ago, El Macias beat him in a match, and now he's no longer with the company, or so it would seem. That was the stipulation of the match. A lot of people were speculating that he would return tonight at Triplemania. Didn't show up, so we'll see. I had reported a while ago, and Sean Ross Sapp had also reported a while ago that WWE says that they're not going to have him around. He's not signing with the company. He's not going to be featured. So we'll see what happens there. But at the end of the day, very surprising ending for me, but at the same time, not really. El Hijo del Vikingo stays champion. What'd you think of everything that happened in this main event?
So I just wanted to agree with this YouTube comment. As I stated, Vikingo is the 2015 Roman Reigns. That's exactly what it feels like. And I believe that's exactly why we're getting this heel heat for Vikingo. But as for the match, I thought the match was a lot of fun. It was chaos. It was the most chaos you could ever imagine. I think the announcers' microphones were down for at least 8 minutes of the match. You had run-ins without the announcers, so now you're like, oh, where the hell did the Judgment Day come from? But I think I'm most upset about Dom. I think they really could have cashed in with a Dom victory and then Ray's music hitting, because we haven't seen Ray since right before WrestleMania. So I don't know if there's any update on Ray's injury, but I thought it would have been the perfect ending for Dom to be celebrating and then Ray come out and they just have a stare off, just to kind of build towards what we're going to see in the future of AAA with a Mysterio versus Mysterio match for the AAA Mega Championship.
I mean, we can get to that down the line. I think that Ray had said the target for his return was August. He had said that's where they were targeting his return to get cleared. So I believe that he's in the process of going through that right now. But that would be something very interesting down the line to have Mysterio versus Mysterio in AAA, not on WWE television, but in AAA, and where Dominik Mysterio is AAA Mega Champion and Rey Mysterio challenges him. And it would be very interesting to run title versus career match. They could do title versus career because Ray has said he's winding down his career. You could have him put over his son as that final, here you go. This is your time now. You are the next great Mysterio right now in this family. This is your time. I had my fun. Now it's your turn to run the world for 20 plus years. Which he said that is the plan. Dominik wants to wrestle for 20 years or so. So WWE is loving the work that he's doing. I think a lot of fans are buying into Dominik Mysterio as well. WWE fans and AAA fans. So I think before you know it, Dominik Mysterio will be the AAA Mega Champion. It just depends. I'm thinking now, a lot of people wanted 2 belts, Dom, but I'm thinking in order for him to win the AAA Mega Championship, AJ Styles has to take that Intercontinental Championship from him first. And because the crowd in France loves AJ Styles so much, I'm thinking that's the direction they're going. In Clash in Paris, I think AJ Styles defeats Dominik Mysterio this time around for the Intercontinental Championship, and then Dom gets featured and goes after the AAA Mega Championship. I think that would be a nice way to get into, like you said, eventually Mysterio versus Mysterio for that championship.
That's a great idea. I absolutely love that idea. So sign me up for that, because like you said, that phenomenal chant that they do over in Europe is
we're definitely gonna get that. We're definitely gonna get that.
One of the craziest chants I've ever heard.
Tomorrow, since it's Sunday morning at 1 a.m. now, tomorrow, Monday Night Raw, that's the final show for 2 weeks in America. We have 2 weeks worth of shows over in the UK, and so they're gonna go and do these shows, and I think the crowds are gonna eat these shows up. Kind of like, I want to say last year, because this year when they did the Road to WrestleMania tour, it's kind of underwhelming when they went overseas. So I think this way that the crowds over there for the Road to Clash to Paris are going to eat it up, and we're gonna have some fun shows leading up to Clash on the 31st, which is in 2 weeks. 2 weeks from tonight. Yeah, 2 weeks from tonight we're getting Clash in Paris, and the card is probably going to be a good one. I think that Dom loses the Intercontinental Championship. If he doesn't lose it at Clash, he loses it on the Monday Night Raw following Clash, if they don't put him on, because they're over there again. They're over there in France again the Monday after. So I'm thinking that probably he's going to drop it at one or the other, and then the focus will be, okay, how do we get Dom now towards the AAA Mega Championship?
And I just wanted to another one. Who do you think is beating the Judgment Day for the tag titles? I don't know if they're ever going to defend it again. I mean, if you want my honest answer, you have the New Day still mourning their titles.
They're not winning them back.
No, yeah. So you have the New Day mourning their titles. You have the War Raiders, who I don't see them winning it.
Nope.
The Raw division is just so poor right now.
It's not poor. It's just they keep booking the same shit over and over.
I compared to SmackDown, dude.
You have good. It's because the booking. They're not booking it the right way. SmackDown, they're featuring everybody and having them all intertwined. Whereas Raw, you're featuring like the same 2 or 3 tag teams every single week, and the stories are the same. You had the War Raiders challenging for the titles for so long. You had them hold the titles, then you had them lose the titles to New Day. New Day won the titles, did nothing with them. Had New Day lose the titles to Judgment Day. So it's like the same teams over and over. You have New Cash Republic, but they're El Grande Dos y Tres. What are we doing? What the hell are we doing with that? Are they going to go for the tag team championships?
I mean, at this point, I don't know.
A shakeup, to say the least, is needed. Not even a draft, just a shakeup. Something. Do not call her the transfer window, because that was bullshit. There was nothing that happened in this transfer window. So if you're going to do it, please shake up the divisions at least, because they're
right.
Both shows, you could find a way to balance them. One show's doing incredible in a division, and the other show is fucking terrible. You have the Raw Women's Division that's looking great. You have the SmackDown Women's Division that looks terrible. The Raw Tag Team Division is shit. The SmackDown Tag Team Division is great. The SmackDown main event scene is, I don't know right now. The Raw main event scene is just division every fucking week.
Yeah, ain't that the truth?
4 weeks in a row of disqualifications. So you gotta.
That's the vision. That's the vision right there. Just main event disqualifications. That's the vision.
It would not surprise me if we see the vision at some point pop up on AAA also, just because they're fucking. They've been everywhere else. They've been on all the other brands. Why not?
I mean,
the and the MFTs, put them everywhere at this point.
I mean, the way the vision works, they would fit perfectly into the main event scene in AAA. Let's just put it that way.
The chaos, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, they would 100% work in the AAA main event matches. 100%. Yeah, but it was fantastic. A lot of great feedback from people who have never watched AAA before. Tonight was their first chance at getting to watch it. Let me go before we get ready to sign off. If you guys want to get exclusive news, podcasts, whatever, go ahead and subscribe to the Body Slam Patreon. The link is down below. And then let me go here right now. Let's take a look. I'm going to look at the numbers real quick for Triplemania before. Okay, so over 1 million views on the main WWE YouTube page right now. Fantastic. Incredible. 633,000 views on the WWE Espanol page. Great for that page. And then 378,000 views on the Lucha Libre AAA page. Not to mention, it was streaming live all over Mexico on Max. So you had it on Max and different cable channels over there. So over 2 million views right now across the channels. And then you add in cable television and whatnot over in Mexico, and you had a very, very successful show tonight. Advertised as the biggest Triplemania of all time. And I think with the WWE touch on it a little bit, it definitely delivered. It definitely delivered. It was AAA style with WWE influence, if that's how we're going to describe it. And I think for those who got to watch AAA for the first time tonight, they weren't disappointed.
Yeah, it was an unbelievable night from start to finish. Just an absolute fun watch. It was just fun from the beginning to the end. Couldn't wait to get on with you and just break it down, because for the people that haven't seen AAA, I think that they realize how much fun it is. And this is just the start, especially with those numbers that you just blurted out for the streaming and the views. My God, you kidding me?
Yeah,
that is
with them.
That's as successful as a successful night can get. That was
absolutely, and with them doing that, with them bringing in more attention to AAA now with the introduction tonight, they're going to need to be able to find ways for the American audience to tune in and watch AAA on the regular now whenever they do have shows, because they're not live like that all the time. They tape also. With WWE taking over, I'm not sure what the schedule is going to be, but they do need to find a way for people to access it more easily. Me, when AAA is on, I'll use a VPN and I'll watch it on Max via Mexico on the VPN. I'll watch it on there, so I'll be able to keep an eye on it. I'll follow their socials. Yeah, it would be – so they got to find the perfect formula for people not located in Mexico to be able to watch moving forward, especially after tonight. After tonight, they're going to have to go – tonight was the introduction. I think if they're not going to be able to get a TV deal right away for AAA in America, I think the right move would be to have them stream AAA shows on YouTube for the time being, because we talked about the numbers, and the numbers were fantastic. So I'm sure we'll hear the numbers on Monday on Raw that they talk about how many people have watched AAA again. So yeah, they'll probably talk about the total number of impressions that the show got on Saturday and stuff like that. But very successful tonight. Very successful tonight for Lucha Libre AAA. Triplemania 100% was a success. It was trending number 1 overall in the United States over UFC 319. So that just tells you how many people were watching it. It just tells you how many people were watching it. So it was definitely a success, and I'm looking forward to seeing where they go in the future with AAA.
TKO love tonight. Let's just put it that way.
Absolutely. They dominated social media.
Yeah, but it was once again it was a blast. I can't wait to see what they just have in store for the future. I hope we do get some incorporations leading into the next Worlds Collide in a few weeks. So I hope we
Yeah.
get some integration of more AAA wrestlers
We'll
in.
probably get
Yeah,
them on
I feel
WWE
like we
television.
should, just so we're getting more used to their presence and what they're all about leading into the next Worlds Collide.
Yeah, I definitely feel like that's the way we're gonna go because the next Worlds Collide is in 4 weeks. It's in 26 days. So you gotta figure out to build and lead to it what matches you're gonna do and how you're gonna get to them without being this is an impromptu match. You gotta at least have some build to it. Yeah, even if it's just 1 week. So like I said, if there's no way for people to watch AAA outside of Mexico at the moment, the least they could do is put them on WWE television to build into Worlds Collide. And then I feel like after Worlds Collide, we're probably going to get more news about what's going on with this once everything is finalized. And then we'll officially move into the new era of WWE AAA.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun night, fun show, fun post show here. Over 900 people in here with us right now. So shout out to all of you. We appreciate you. The ones that came into the chat and talked with us a little bit. It was fun. It was good to get. I've been burnt out so much that I haven't been able to do shows or watch alongs or anything. It's been life has kicked my ass. Still kicking my ass right now, but I felt like I needed to pop on tonight. Cassidy asked me to do the show. I was like, yeah, I'll do a post show tonight for it because a lot of people are going to want to talk about it, and this was fun. If you guys want to find me, you can find me on social with the name In Whites under there. That is my username on socials, except for TikTok. There's no underscore, so you can find me without the underscore on TikTok. Where can they find you on socials?
Right there in the white at JStar02 on all socials. And then obviously we have the 10 Count podcast under the Body Slam Network. So it's at the 10 Count Pod. We are live every Thursday night for our long show. And then some of you will see me tomorrow morning. I have we do the quick count on Sunday mornings. So I will be back on these socials tomorrow morning so we can break it down a little bit more.
Yeah, that should be fun. And then of course, go ahead and give the Body Slam socials a follow. Body Slam Net. You can find them all over social media, and be doing more stuff moving forward with that as well. But yeah, this has been fun, guys. Thank you for tuning into the post show, the Triplemania 33 post show. We appreciate you guys being here. Appreciate you for joining me, Justin. It was fun. Nice. We got an hour and 8 minute show tonight, so appreciate you for joining me. Thank you guys for joining us as well. Appreciate you. Keep on following the Body Slam content. We've got a lot coming moving forward. Thank you guys as always. I'm out. Peace. Much love. Take care. Have a good night. I'll see you soon.